Citizens. Didn't expect to see you out here. Saturdays are my day off, so just out for a leisurely morning stroll, and as always, I've got some contextual and consequential stuff on my mind. Would love to share it with you. Walk with me. Maybe if you've been watching these videos and listening to me yammer on about repression and buried emotions all the time, you've been thinking to yourself, me, what does this have to do with my life or my suffering? Well, you'd probably be surprised at how much. But in order to find out, there's the very necessary step that most of us have to take of connecting our particular form of suffering to emotional repression. After all, our thoughts and beliefs are what keep us suffering, but more importantly, emotionally repressed. So, in order to reverse our emotional repression and end our suffering, we have to challenge what we're deeply believing in order to gain access to what's buried. For instance, if I believe I have a duty to codependently save and rescue people, which I have had, I would say to myself, I don't have to save or rescue anyone. And I would look in the body and see if there's any kind of disagreement, like a contraction or tightness or discomfort. If I do, then I can be assured that that's precisely where my repression and buried emotions live. And now I know exactly what to do with the rest of my repression inquiry work. So with that in mind, I present to you If you're suffering in religion or with religious beliefs, say, I don't have to believe any of this, and check the body for any disagreement. Same goes if you're suffering in irreligion or philosophy. Say, I don't have to believe any of this, and check the body. If you're suffering with workaholism or over-responsibility, say to yourself, it's okay to slow down or stop, and check the body. On the other hand, if you're suffering with inertia, procrastination, or under-responsibility, say to yourself, it's okay to do what I want or have to do, and check the body. If you're suffering with showing up authentically in relationship, look at your partner and say, it's okay to be myself fully, and check the body. At the other end of the spectrum, if you're suffering with showing up too authentically, aka being controlling and domineering, look at your partner and say, I'm not afraid to lose them, and check the body. If you're suffering because of divisive political topics or broad social issues, look at your opponents and say, it's okay for them to do, say, and believe whatever they want, and check the body. If you're suffering with familial issues, look at your family and say both, I don't have to go along with this, and it's okay to go along with this separately, and check the body each time. If you're suffering with chronic pain, say both, I want to have and feel this pain, and separately, it's okay if this pain goes away, and check the body both times. If you're suffering with addiction or in recovery, say, I don't have to drink, use, or act out, and it's okay to drink, use, or act out. It's very important to check the body on both sides. If you're suffering with anxiety, say, it's okay to be anxious, and I don't have to be anxious, respectively, and check the body on both. If you're suffering with depression, say, I'm not depressed, and I don't need to be depressed, respectively, and check the body on both. If you're suffering in general and can't stand it anymore, say, it's okay to suffer, and check the body. And if you're suffering and don't know why, say, I don't get anything out of this suffering, and check the body. In each case, you'll notice that challenging the core belief and checking the body is essential. This is because we want to get to the root of suffering, buried emotions, in order to end it. There's of course more steps to the process of resolving emotional repression, but connecting your particular form of suffering to emotional repression in the body, like we did today, is a great start. If you'd like to learn more, visit repressiontest.com.